This video has been recorded to show you how to use Recruit and Hire to complete your interviews. The section that I'm in right now, once you get logged into Recruit and Hire, is under Tools and My Interviews. You'll see I have a list of interviews under My Interviews, and the first one here is the one that we'll be working with. If I click on Edit, I'm able to see all of the details from when I originally set up the interview. The section that we'll be focusing on right now is the interview survey. You'll see under Interview Survey, I have the option Interview Survey listed. If I look at the drop-down, you'll see a few different options. Chances are when you set up your interview, you left it as none. But if you'd like to submit your interview questions to me, I can get them set up into Recruit and Hire so you're able to electronically complete your interviews. That way, when you're setting up your interviews the first time, you can choose the drop-down under Interview Survey, select your set of questions, and when the interview is accepted and scheduled, those questions will be attached to the applicant. For clarification, the applicant will not be able to see the questions. Let's go back to our interviews. Now it's time to complete the interview. When you're prepping for your interview, you'll want to log into Recruit and Hire, go to your Tools, My Interviews. You find your candidate and click on Add Result. Now you're ready for your candidate's interview. A few things I want to point out here. The top will show you all the information on your candidate, who the interviewer is, which would be you, whoever's logged in. You'll also, to the right, be able to view their application, their current profile, their resume. If you wanted to submit a recommend to hire form from here, you could do that. And then you'll see the questions that you submitted to me for your interviews will be below. For each question, there's a text box. You can type in the responses from your candidate. You'll see that none of these questions are required, so you can type in responses to as many or as little as you desire. If we scroll to the bottom, you'll see that there's an opportunity to select a rating, a recommendation, and add any comments in there. If you're going to add comments, just make sure that they're simple and professional. I can go ahead and click Save. Now you'll see that the candidate is no longer listed under the accepted interviews, but if I go to my completed interviews, that interview will then be listed. If I click on Edit for that interview, I can see any responses that were typed in if there were any, and I could also go ahead and add a rating at this time if I didn't do it previously, and save it. And you'll see that those ratings that I just put in are now showing up here. Another section we can check on those interview responses or enter interview responses is under Tools and Application Manager. Go ahead and search for your applicant. You can see that I've already searched down for my applicant and go to their blue applicant folder. If we head over to the Interview tab, you'll see that there is an interview here listed, and you'll see that there are 2 results listed here because 2 people have entered interview results for that candidate on this interview, and those will be listed below. If you wanted to add another interview result, you could also do it this way by clicking on Add Interview Result. Choose the questions that you want to, click Next, and you'll be provided with another opportunity to enter any responses that you wanted to do that, and that would then attach to the candidate. If you choose not to do your interview using an electronic form in Recruit and Hire, you can still scan in your handwritten interview questions under the Docs section and add a document to HR Documents. Either option is acceptable, but using the interview tool in Recruit and Hire is really slick for tracking and maintaining all of your interview questions and interview responses. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call or send me an email.